Hello, dear children. Welcome to the class. Today, we are going to start a very interesting topic, that is depreciation. We are going to learn the accounting treatment of depreciation, that how depreciation is shown in our books of accounts. It's a very interesting topic, children, and definitely, if you are able to grasp the whole concept, this topic will be very easy for you. Now, before starting this topic, I would just like to show you this slide, that how we succeed. Fine. See, this is our attitude. If we think, I can't do it, definitely you will not be able to do anything. Yes, if you stand upright and say, I want to do it, that means you have taken a first step, the initiation towards the success. Then, when you are willing to do a particular task, definitely you'll solve the problem that how do I do it? कैसे करूं मैं? ठीक है, करना तो चाहता हूं, कैसे करूं मैं? So, how to do it? Then you will take a next step towards your goal, and you will say that yes, I will try to do it. And then slowly and gradually you will find confidence in yourself. You will say, I can do it, and definitely you will do it and finally achieve the success. I hope that by following these paths, we'll definitely achieve success. Now, before starting our lesson, I would like to acknowledge that the content of this whole presentation is purely for educational purpose, and the sources which have been taken from the text have been taken are the NCERT book and double entry system of bookkeeping book by Mr. T.S. Garewal. So many thanks to them. And the content of this presentation is solely for educational purpose. Now let's start. The first question, that what is depreciation? Depreciation means fall in the book value of the fixed asset because of usage or with efflux of time or due to obsolescence or accident. Depreciation क्या होता है बेटा, कि कोई भी एसेट जो भी आपका प्रोडक्शन में यूज हो रहा है, फाइन, उसकी वैल्यू में डिक्रीज होना, उसकी वैल्यू बुक वैल्यू में फॉल होने को हम डेप्रिसिएशन कहते हैं. सो डेप्रिसिएशन मींस फॉल इन द बुक वैल्यू ऑफ द फिक्स्ड एसेट्स. और फॉल क्यों होती है? क्योंकि हम उस फिक्स एसेट को यूज करते हैं, विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम उसकी वैल्यू डिक्रीज हो जाती है, या वो फिक्स्ड एसेट ऑब्सोलीट हो जाता है, और दैट एसेट मेट विद एन एक्सीडेंट. फाइन. सो डेप्रिसिएशन is a permanent, continuing and gradual fall in the book value of the fixed asset. For accounting purpose, depreciation indicates how much of an asset value has been used up. I'll repeat, how much of an asset value has been used up. बेटा जब हम कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन निकालते हैं, हम जो रॉ मटेरियल यूज करते हैं उसकी कॉस्ट को ऐड करते हैं. हमने पावर, फ्यूल, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल, आवर वाटर सप्लाई बिल, टेलीफोन एक्सपेंसेस, कन्वेंस एक्सपेंसेस, वेजेस, सैलरीज, रेंट, जितने सारे एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं हम सारे कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन में इंक्लूड करते हैं. वी आर यूजिंग एसेट आल्सो in producing goods and services. So by providing depreciation, we get to know that how much of the asset value has been used up in the production of goods and services. How much of the asset value have been used up in the production of goods and services. Now for tax purposes, business can deduct the cost of tangible asset they purchase as business expense. However, business must depreciate these assets in accordance with IRS rule about how and when the deduction may be taken based on what the asset is and how long it will last. Fine. So we will learn how to provide this depreciation. And before proceeding further, let me tell you that depreciation is a revenue expenditure. Fine. Depreciation is a revenue expenditure. Depreciation charged on fixed asset, it is a revenue expenditure. And like any other expense, depreciation is also debited to your profit and loss account. When we prepare profit and loss account in order to find out the performance of the business, whether there is profit or loss into the business, we charge depreciation as a revenue expenditure in our profit and loss account in order to ascertain true profit or loss. If depreciation is not charged, then profit and loss account will not show correct profit and loss. Reason being कि हमने cost of using the asset cost of production में add ही नहीं किया. जब हम asset को use कर रहे हैं production करने में, तो asset को use करने की cost भी on a regular and daily basis should also be included in the cost of production. That is why the first line, depreciation on fixed asset, is an expense. To be very specific, it's a revenue expenditure. Now, how is depreciation used? Depreciation is used in accounting to try to match the expense of an asset to the income that the asset helped the company to earn. Fine. This is what we were discussing in the last slide also. कि depreciation accounting में हम क्यों charge करते हैं? हम जो asset हम use कर रहे हैं, asset को use करने का जो expense है, हम उसको charge कर रहे हैं against the income. Which income? Which that asset has helped the company to earn. For example, if a company buys a piece of equipment for rupees 10 lakh and expect it to have a useful life of 10 years. Fine. The company has purchased an equipment for rupees 10 lakh and company is expecting that the equipment is going to give benefit to the business for 10 years. Now it will be depreciated over 10 years. Every accounting year, the company will charge an expense 10 lakh divided by 10, which is equal to rupees 1 lakh, assuming straight line depreciation. Now, what is straight line depreciation? We will learn in the next slides. In the slides ahead, we will learn what is this straight line method of depreciation. And this 1 lakh will be matched with the money that the equipment helps to make every year. Fine. 10 lakh ka equipment submitted, and we are expecting that the equipment is going to give us benefit for 10 years. So every year the value of equipment is going to reduce by rupees 1 lakh, and this 1 lakh is nothing but the depreciation charged on equipment. Now, very important point. It says that land is the only asset which do not depreciate. Fine. Land is the only asset which do not depreciate. Reason being, population is increasing. Day by day, the value of land is increasing. Because land is a scarce resource, it cannot be increased on its own. Population is increasing, the demand is expanding. Therefore, this is the reason that land is the only asset which do not depreciate. Now, depreciation is based upon two principles. First is your cost principle. This principle requires the depreciation expense reported in the income statement. Income statement is your profit and loss account, and the asset amount that is reported on the balance sheet should be based upon historical or original cost of the asset. Fine. Again, I'll repeat myself. Depreciation is based upon two accounting principles. The first accounting principle is cost principle, and this principle require the depreciation expense reported in the income statement, that is your profit and loss account, and the asset amount that is reported on the balance sheet. फाइन, एसेट जो कि हम बैलेंस शीट पे शो करते हैं और डेप्रिसिएशन एक्सपेंस जो कि हम प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में शो करते हैं, शुड बी बेस्ड अपॉन हिस्टोरिकल और ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट ऑफ एन एसेट. और हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट और ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट ऑफ एन एसेट क्या होता है? द कॉस्ट एट विच द एसेट वाज परचेज्ड. फाइन. द सेकंड प्रिंसिपल, accounting principle on the basis of which depreciation is charged is the matching principle. और ये बात हम पहले भी कर चुके हैं कि हम डेप्रिसिएशन जो एसेट पे चार्ज करते हैं, that is the cost of using the asset in the production process. So this cost should be charged to the income earned of that particular year. Therefore, the principle of matching requires that the assets cost is allocated to depreciation expense over the life of an asset. In effect, the cost of the asset is divided up with some of the cost being reported on each of the accounting statements issued during the year of the asset. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ बेटे? अभी हमने लास्ट स्लाइड में देखा था that we have purchased an equipment for 10 lakh. ठीक है, और उस 10 lakh के इक्विपमेंट को हम we are using it in our production process every year. Now, if we are expecting that this 10 lakh equipment is going to give us benefit for 10 years, so that means every year 1 lakh of equipment is being used up in the production process. So we are going to match the expense related to the equipment, that is depreciation, along with the income which is generated with the help of this equipment, and this is what matching principle is. I hope that these two principles, how they are being used up in calculating the depreciation and why depreciation is based upon these two accounting principles, is clear to everyone. Now let's move to the causes of depreciation. See, the main cause of depreciation is your use of asset. Right? There are other causes also, but the main causes of depreciation are the use of asset. Constant use of asset leads to its wear and tear and thus fall in the value. That is why the asset depreciate. Second is a flux of time. A flux of time is passage of time. Some assets have a definite life period, like lease. On the expiry of the life period, the asset will cease to exist. Other assets like plant and machinery may not have a definite life. In their cases, the life is estimated. So with the passage of time, their value get reduced. So that is where depreciation is charged. Third is obsolescence. Obsolescence is if a better machine comes in the market, old machines may have to be scrapped even though they are capable of being used. It is a reduction in their usefulness of the asset. So that is why the asset depreciates. And the last is your accident. Accidental loss may be permanent, but it is not continuing and gradual. And because of these accidents also, the value of the asset depreciate. Now let's learn various terms about depreciation. Now see, the fixed assets are being categorized into two fixed asset. First is your tangible assets. Now a reduction in the value of tangible asset is termed as depreciation. A reduction in the value of intangible asset is known as amortization. Now, intangible assets are your goodwill, patents, trademark, computer software. So, a reduction in the value of these assets, intangible assets like goodwill, patent, trademark, copyright, computer software, that is termed as amortization. Tangible assets, we know that they are your fixed assets like land and building, plant and machinery. Fine, they are tangible assets, and reduction in the value of tangible asset is known as depreciation, and reduction in the value of intangible asset is known as amortization. Now, the second type of goods are your natural resources. Now, reduction in the value of natural resources is termed as depletion. Reduction in the value of natural resources is termed as depletion. I hope that these terms is clear to everyone, and the distinction between depreciation, amortization, and depletion. Now let's learn about the various methods of depreciation. The first method of depreciation is your straight line method. This method spreads the cost of fixed asset evenly over its useful life. जैसे अभी आपको इक्विपमेंट का एग्जाम्पल करके दिखाया था कि 10 लाख का इक्विपमेंट था, यूजफुल लाइफ हमने एस्टिमेट करी थी इक्विपमेंट की 10 years. So 10 lakh divided by your useful life of the asset, that is 10 years, it's going to give us 1 lakh, and 1 lakh is the amount of depreciation. Now this is your basic method of providing depreciation, and it is known as straight line method. The second method of providing depreciation is your diminishing balance, जिसको हम declining balance भी कहते हैं. Fine. An accelerated method of depreciation, it results in higher depreciation expense in the earlier years of the ownership. Why? Because we provide depreciation on the reducing balance of the asset. मतलब depreciation provide करके जो reduce balance आता है asset का, next year हम उसी reduce balance पे depreciation provide करते हैं. तभी depreciation expense इनिशियल ईयर्स में ज्यादा होता है, लेकिन जैसे जैसे एसेट की वैल्यू रिड्यूस होती जाती है, वैसे डेप्रिसिएशन की अमाउंट भी ईयर आफ्टर ईयर इस मेथड में रिड्यूस होके चार्ज होती है. थर्ड मेथड इज नोन एज सम ऑफ द years digit method. It is not there in class 11th and 12th. The fourth method is your unit of production method of charging depreciation. You can go through these methods on your own. We are going to learn about straight line method and declining balance method or diminishing balance method in our whole series of videos. Now let us learn certain bases of providing depreciation. The factors for calculating the amount of depreciation are, first is the original cost of the asset. The first factor which is going to be helpful in calculating the amount of depreciation is original cost of the asset. Cost will include all expenses incurred like freight and your installation charges up to the point the asset is ready for use. तो हम original cost of an asset में जो हमारी cost होती है, cost price होती है asset की, जिस पे हमने उस asset को purchase किया, plus your all the other installation charges. Fine, plus all the other installation charges, they are being added into the cost of machinery to know the total cost of an asset, and on this amount depreciation is charged. Then the second factor which is helpful or which is used for calculating the amount of depreciation is estimated scrap value at the end of its life. बेटा जब भी हम कोई एसेट परचेज करते हैं, हम जरूर देखते हैं कि ये एसेट मुझे कितनी देर तक बेनिफिट देगा. So basically, the estimated scrap value at the end of the life of an asset is the estimated sale value of the asset at the end of its economic useful life. Fine. Let us say we have purchased an asset for rupees 1 lakh, and we are expecting that this asset is going to be used for, let's say, 10 years. Fine. And at the end of the 10 year, if we are going to sell this asset, this is going to be sold for, let's say, 2000 rupees. So this 2000 rupee is the scrap value or the sale value of the asset at the end of its economic life. Then the next factor which is going to be used for calculating the amount of depreciation is your estimated useful life or the legal life, whichever is shorter. See, just now we were using, see अभी जब हमने एग्जाम्पल डिस्कस किया तो हमने यूज किया था यूजफुल लाइफ एसेट की, क्योंकि जब भी हम एसेट को परचेज करते हैं हम जरूर ये सोच के चलते हैं कि ये एसेट मुझे कितने साल तक बेनिफिट देगा, कितने साल तक सर्विसेज देगा. सो एस्टिमेटेड यूजफुल लाइफ ऑफ एन एसेट or the legal life, whichever is shorter, is going to be considered for calculating the amount of depreciation. Now let us learn how to calculate the amount of depreciation under the straight line method of providing it. Fine. With the help of an example, let's say that we have purchased an asset, any asset, let's say plant and machinery. It is being purchased and the cost of the plant and machinery which is purchased is rupees 10,000. The cost of the plant and machinery which is purchased is rupees 10,000. The 10,000 is the cost price of the asset. Fine. And let's say the freight charged, the freight amount which we have spent, freight which is spent to bring that asset in our factory premises is rupees 500. Fine. And 500 are the installation charges. जो मशीनरी हम लेकर आए हैं उसको इंस्टॉल करने के चार्जेस हमारे फैक्ट्री प्रीमाइसेस में जो प्रोड्यूसर है, मैन्युफैक्चरर है, वो 500 और लेंगे. Fine. So cost price of the machinery is 10,000. Freight is 500. Installation charges 500. Fine. And let us say that the estimated useful life of the asset is 10 years. यानी कि ये asset, ये plant and machinery मुझे 10 years तक use में आएंगे, मुझे benefit देंगे. Fine. And after 10 years, when this asset is being sold off, then it is going to be sold off. The sale price of this asset, it is known as the scrap value. मतलब अगर ये रद्दी में बिकेगी, जब ये बिल्कुल काम की नहीं रह जाएगी, fine, the scrap value of the asset, the scrap value of the asset is, let us say, rupees 1,000. मतलब अगर मैं इसको after 10 years sell off कर दूंगी, यूज करने के बाद, तब भी ये एसेट मेरे को 1,000 रुपीज पे बैक कर जाएगा. ये उसकी स्क्रैप वैल्यू है. स्क्रैप मीन्स खराब वैल्यू, मतलब बिल्कुल यूज होने के बाद, खराब होने के बाद जो भी मेरी वैल्यू मुझे मिलेगी एट द एंड ऑफ द यूजफुल लाइफ ऑफ एन एसेट इज नोन एज द स्क्रैप वैल्यू. राइट. नाउ दीज आर दी things which I'll be requiring in order to calculate the amount of depreciation under this straight line method of providing depreciation. Straight line method of providing depreciation. Now, one thing before giving you the formula and tell you how to calculate this amount of depreciation, let me tell you, this straight line method of depreciation is also known as original cost method. This is also known as the other name of other name for straight line method is your original cost method or your fixed installment method. फिक्स्ड इंस्टॉलमेंट मेथड भी अगर लिखा हुआ है तो वो स्ट्रेट लाइन मेथड ऑफ प्रोवाइडिंग डेप्रिसिएशन के बारे में ही बात हो रही है. So the straight line method of depreciation is also known as original cost method and fixed installment method of providing depreciation. Now under this method, the amount of depreciation is calculated. The amount of depreciation is calculated by applying the formula. What we are going to do is we are going to add your cost price of the asset plus any freight which we pay to bring that asset in our factory premises, plus any other installation charges. Now all this is going to make up the total cost of an asset. Fine. Now from this total cost of an asset, if we are going to subtract the scrap value and divide this whole by the estimated useful life. देखो estimated useful life, estimated word हम इसलिए लिखते हैं क्योंकि ये श्योर नहीं होता. अगर एसिड बीच में ऑब्सोलीट हो गया तो उसकी वैल्यू यूजफुल लाइफ से पहले ही जीरो हो जाती है. फाइन. सो दैट इज व्हाई वी यूज द टर्म estimated useful life of the asset. Fine. Now let's substitute the value. So in this question, 10,000 is the cost price plus 500 freight plus 500 installation charges. So total cost of an asset is 11,000 minus 1,000 the scrap value upon estimated useful life, that is 10 years. So the amount of depreciation will be 11,000 minus 1,000 upon 10, which is equal to 10,000 upon 10. If we divide 10,000 by 10, we are going to get the value of rupees 1,000. This is the amount of depreciation which is charged every year. And this we have calculated by straight line method. So this is the amount of depreciation which is charged every year, or in some of the questions the rate of depreciation is given. Now how to calculate the rate of depreciation? Now rate of depreciation is calculated by amount of depreciation divided by the total cost of an asset. Total cost of an asset into 100 is going to give me the rate of depreciation in percentage. Fine. So in our case, it will be amount of depreciation 1,000. Total cost is 11,000 into 100. So it is going to give me the rate of depreciation which is charged annually under straight line method of providing depreciation. That's all for today from my side. In the next class, we'll be learning how to solve the practical problem based upon straight line method of providing depreciation. And in further classes, we'll be taking up the next method, that is diminishing balance method of providing depreciation. Hope all of you have enjoyed the learning today and understood the concept discussed so far. That's all for today from my side. Thank you very much.